What's up guys, my name's Soapsy and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video. Today we're talking about the Liga Portugal or Liga NOS objectives. URIBE, he's the online player that you can grind for. Obviously we're going to show you a team, how to get it a lot quicker, and hopefully just to give you some ideas on which players to use to get this objective done as fast as possible. Before though, we'll touch on these ones. If you're going to grind the squad battles ones first to give yourself a slightly easier ride with some better players from Liga NOS. To be honest, this is a similar grind to the Eredivisie. The players are really good. However, with one being a centre-back and one being a left-back, I don't think you need them. RAFA would be the only one, for me personally, that I would use to actually get URIBE. So therefore, I think maybe skip this and just go straight into it if you've got some decent players from Liga NOS. Obviously, I'll show you a cheap version and a slightly more expensive version of doing it. But looking at URIBE, you need to score in 6 separate matches using minimum of 7 Liga NOS players in your starting squad. You need to assist 4 goals. You also need to score 6 finesses, which should be reasonably easy, and you only have to win 4 games. So it's a really simple grind. And let's jump straight into the team requirements and then have a look at the team. So again, the same as the Eredivisie one, we're looking at a 78 maximum rated squad. You need a team that has at least minimum 7 players. Obviously, that's the objectives anyway. No bronze players, but you can silver bench, and no one over 89 rated. Pretty simple. Let's jump into the team. Okay, so on the screen, guys, you can see this is my slightly more expensive option for this. Essentially, the players that you need to put in here, I have gone for 3 from outside of the league. You've seen that we can hybrid it with Verissimo. So we've gone for Keylor Navas, Marquinhos, and Hakimi. We're still under that 78 rating, and we've got 100 chemistry. Verissimo is a great option with 81 pace as a centre-back. Up top, you will notice this is why it's slightly more expensive. We have got Banza, who is the SBC tonight. It's going to cost you around 60 to 70k. He looks cracked, and I personally think he's a great option. Striker-wise, Liga NOS is really lacking a decent striker. So if you weren't to use Banza and you wanted to go for someone else, then my personal opinion would be that you either go for Diaz up front, and then we potentially put Kimpembe back in to get that rating up, and obviously still maximise on what we've got here. Personally, there's not a lot of good strikers, so you're going to want to play a winger up there if you don't go and get Banza. But just to illustrate that, obviously you can get him in there reasonably well with the silver bench here. And if not, if you did want to lower the ratings of some of the players, then you can obviously, of course, put some subs on that will be useful to bring on to try and win the game as well, instead of going for the super high rated players to build out from there. However, let's look at these players, because these are the ones that I recommend getting because they're super low rated, they're super OP, and they're just the best ones to use for this objective. So at left back, we have got Sanusi. He's got 93 pace, 72 defending, 72 physical. He's a brilliant 76 rated left back. Perfectly good for this. I wouldn't go for Grimaldo. He's not much of an upgrade for a 6 rating boost, so go with Sanusi. He gets a strong link into URIBE, who you're obviously playing for. As you can see, very well-rounded cards, great box-to-box midfielder, only 79 rated, super cheap as well. The next player is Mateus Nunes. He's got decent well-rounded stats. The defending is a little bit lower. He's basically a budget version of URIBE, but still a decent card and only 76 rated. We also have Gedson Fernandes. He's got decent stats across the board again. He was very well-rounded. I used him in a lot of objectives last year when he's a Premier League player at Tottenham. He's just a very well-rounded, decent box-to-box midfielder again. And he is 5'11 and high, which is perfect for a midfielder. Rafa, very simple. He's got 94 pace. He's got 86 dribbling. He's the best right mid option that you've got as far as the regular cards go. If you're going for a left mid or a striker, Diaz has great pace and decent shooting. I've gone with him up front personally over Cabral, but they're all really decent. They've all got 4-star, 4-star. He's high medium as well, and then Cabral is the same. He's high medium, 4-star, 4-star. There's some really decent winger options instead of strikers. But my personal go-to, if I was going to suggest it, is that I would recommend to give yourself a slightly easier grind going and getting this Banza card, mainly because I think this Banza card is fantastic. He's got high-low work rates. He's 4-star, 4-star, and when you look at his stats, he's got great pace. His finishing and attack positioning are super high, top tier stats. The shot power at 86 is still decent, and 85 long shots is good too. When we move over to his passing, other than the long pass, the short pass and vision for a striker are brilliant. In terms of his dribbling, a bit clunky with the agility and balance, but 89 reactions, 86 ball control, really decent. The only stat on this card that really lets the whole thing down is the 80 composure. And I don't know how much of a factor that will come in unless you play actually top tier FIFA. So, you know, those last couple of games when you're trying to go 20-0 in FUT Champs. His heading accuracy is super great as well. He's 6'2", and his physicals are fantastic. I genuinely think this is one of the best SBCs they've released. So I would recommend going and getting this Banza card, and then obviously swapping out Kimpembe, putting in Verissimo. You can still get the links there perfectly when you swap them over to the left-hand side. It actually links this team together perfectly with the defense that I generally use. And then you've got a 100 chemistry team, fantastic team. But basically, guys, that's the idea. Those are a lot of OP, lower rated players that you can go and use that should help you out with this objective a lot. And you can play around with whatever defense you need. So as long as you've got 7 and 4, my basis would be that either you swap the right back or the left back for one from the Liga NOS and play into this 4-3-3, mainly because they've got no strikers. And then you can use better defenders from other leagues. But if you did want to go with a full Liga NOS team, or you wanted to use players in other positions that you have in your club, in the team, then centre backs wise, Pepe is a great option. The keeper, the only real keeper, I'm moving past my face cam here, is Vlachodimos. So that's one of your only options. You've also got Vertonghen in there, and of course Verissimo, and you can build out that way. Hopefully this helps you out, guys. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe to me, you can. Make sure to check me out on the socials in the about box below, especially TikTok. My name's Soapsy, and I'll see you guys later.